This question is from Bank of Baroda PO exam held during 2016. The statements are: some blues are greens, some reds are blues, and all greens are whites. The conclusions given are: some reds are neither blues nor whites is a possibility, and all greens are reds is a possibility. Here we have, in the first conclusion, one subject combined with two predicates, and that too in the possibility case. Let us see how to solve it. This conclusion is having one subject and two predicate, that too in the possibility case. This can be split into two. Now let us consider the first portion of the conclusion. Some reds are not blues is a possibility. This conclusion is an immediate conclusion from the statement some reds are blues. The Venn diagram which we can draw for this are: we should now check whether this conclusion some reds are not blues is true in any of these three diagrams. In the first two diagrams, we can see that some reds are not blues. It is not true in the third diagram. Anyway, this being a possibility case, so some reds are not blues is true. Now let us consider some reds are not whites is a possibility. For this conclusion, we will have to combine all the three statements. The common terms are not aligned properly. If we are going to reorder one of the statements, we can realign the common terms. Now the common terms are all aligned properly. When we combine one I statement with the other I statement, there will not be any valid conclusion. When we combine that with this A statement, finally we will end up with no valid conclusion. When there is no valid conclusion, any possibility case will be true. So the second part of the conclusion has also become true. So the first conclusion is true. We can also prove this using the Venn diagram. Let us draw the Venn diagram for the given statements. Some blues or greens, and then we have some reds or blues, and then we have all greens or whites. From this we can see that some reds are neither blues nor whites is a possibility. Yes. There are some reds which are neither blues nor whites. It is true in one Venn diagram, then being a possibility case, we can consider this to be true, and hence conclusion 1, some reds are neither blues nor whites is a possibility, is true. Now let us consider the second conclusion. All greens or reds is a possibility. For this, we will have to consider the first two statements. In order to align the common terms, we are going to reorder the statements. The common terms are aligned, and we know that one I statement, when it is combined with another I statement, we will not be having any valid conclusion. When there is no valid conclusion, the possibility case is true, and hence conclusion 2 will be true. We can prove the second conclusion using the Venn diagrams also. This is the basic diagram. Now let us draw the other possible diagram for this. We can see that some blues or greens here, and some reds or blues, and all greens are embedded in the white. This is the other diagram for the given statement. From these two diagrams, we will have to prove that all greens or red is a possibility. It should be true at least in one of the diagrams, the conclusion being a possibility case. If it is true in one diagram, then it is true. We can see that it is not true in the basic diagram. But in the second diagram, we can see that all the greens are embedded in the red circle, and hence all greens or red is a possibility is a true conclusion. Hence, we have proved that both the conclusions are true, and our answer will be option E, that is both conclusions 1 and 2 are true. Let us check the answer slide. Yes, it is option E, both conclusions 1 and 2 are true. We have proved that conclusion 1 is true using the Venn diagram. Next, the same thing has been proved using the statement method. Conclusion 1 is true using both the methods. We have proved that conclusion 2 is also true, and hence our answer is option E, both conclusions 1 and 2 are true. And now let us move on to the next question.